is open. It feels like you can't see, your heart is bleeding. Your cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong and pain and lies are kept a secret, to gain further on benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, when will we stop being the inferior? Our vulnerable children, stripped of their innocence. It feels like no one cares to see your heart is bleeding. Your cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain and lies are kept a secret, to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, we can't give up. Liberia, we can't give up. Liberia, we can't say a little louder. Turn their back. Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is October the 27th. We wake up to news of severe weather. We see all through the northeast of the United States of America, we have strong wind gusts, severe weather, trees falling, blackout, no electricity in certain places. This is what we wake up to this morning. We also wake up to news that parents are concerned about their children, 5 to 11, with the COVID-19 vaccine. The government has approved it. Many parents are eager for their children to get vaccinated. They're returning to school. They're mixing with other people. We have to ensure that our society is safe. And one of the best ways is for people to get vaccinated. So now we're looking at our young children. They may not be vulnerable as other people, but we see that young children are being affected by the disease now. They're being hospitalized. And they are carriers of the virus that affects older people. So we have to make sure that our whole society is safe. To people in my community, make sure your children get vaccinated. Make sure they get vaccinated. Make sure you are vaccinated. It is imperative that we work to keep our communities safe, that as we open up and our children begin to return to schools, they are safe. We don't know the long-term effect of this virus on our children. So prevention is better than cure. Remember all the different vaccines the different states recommend for young children entering schools. Make sure your children are in compliance with all these vaccines. Because young children with other diseases or sicknesses are more susceptible to COVID-19. Asthma, heart problems, allergies, all these things can impact their resistance to COVID-19. So we have to take care of our communities. And this is why a lot of parents are concerned about their children 5 to 11, those who are susceptible to other sicknesses, coming in contact with COVID-19 as well, can be detrimental. So let's take heed and govern ourselves accordingly. I also want to say, before I begin my lesson, that the politics in Liberia, I try to stay out of it. The day-to-day nonsense that's going on, I try to stay out of it. The situation in Liberia is out of control. After 40 years of instability, interim governments, civil war, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the nepotism we're seeing going on, have seen. Now we come to this situation where we are today. Our country is in a total mess because of the kind of people we've got leading us. So I try to stay out of it. And I'm sorry, people are offended by some of the things I say, but it hurts. I've been a victim of other people's bullshit for 40 years. I've been a victim, an unwilling victim, an involuntary victim in all this bullshit that's been going on. It's been forced on me. And I got to deal with it. Why? One, I'm an independent man. My people abhor people who are independent. They want me to join and identify myself with some group. I will not do that shit. I'm one Liberian that will not do it. And I don't care what people say. You follow me, I will not follow you. I am more enlightened than many of the people in my country. The Charles Bronski and all of them. Why? Because I stand on principles. Principles. I stand on principles of fairness, justice, honesty, especially where my people are concerned, where the direction of my nation and my children of the future are concerned. And Liberian people don't like that. In Liberian culture, you either can identify with a group or idea of people that believe in certain things and want to behave a certain way. And throughout my life, people have identified me as a one-man army. I don't join other people. And Liberian people hate people who are independent. And that's why you don't hear Rodney chasing him all over the place, because I refuse to join other people. I refuse to follow family. I refuse to follow friends. I refuse to follow organizations. I refuse to follow people. Why? I am an educated Liberian. I believe in Liberia. I'm a lawyer. I believe in my law and constitution and justice. And I'm sorry, people are offended when I say things that are profane. Because I lived through this thing for 60 years. People trying to put their will on you. Listen to our people. Everything they're trying to push you into something. We're trying to push you into this. No. You can't push people into things. And this is what destroying our country today. Ellen Johnson Sally then won't push their ideas on us. Won't force our society to behave in ways that are not good for us. They want us to sell our identity to foreigners instead of building ourselves to be independent men and women. I don't want to be American. I love Americans. I love the idea of democracy. But American people are having problems with me and my kind. And I have a whole nation that my people left the same situation in America to return to Africa to build our nation. And we're incurring the same problems. After almost a century plus, going on to 2 centuries now, we're in the same mess. And I keep, as a political scientist, I evaluate my society. And I can't grasp why my people want us to be in this subservient state of living. We have the opportunity to build our nations ourselves, to be as great. We're not even as great as Iran. We're not even as great as Iraq. We're not even as great as Saudi Arabia and other countries. We're beneath those countries because of our mentalities, because we lack the vision to see ourselves united, strong. And we come up with this country Congo shit. It's a part of our history. Yes, we all get pissed when we see it. But when I see it, it's not something I hold dear to me that I will hit my Liberian people for it. I hear people, the friends that do talk about no Liberian again, no Congo man will be president in Liberia again. When people saying that kind of thing, those are people who have lost all sense of what it is to be united, what it is to be together. Those are people who we don't want to listen to those kind of people. Those are educated assholes. And I'm just frank. I just say the truth as it comes to me. And you want punishment for it? Punishment for it. But if the man is an asshole, he is a damn asshole. And he gotta know it. And I'm just that kind of person now. After 63 years of seeing people lie, seeing people deceive other people for nothing, try to deceive me, and try to pull me in this deception and deceitful game and all of that. And I'm telling you, no, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in hurting people. I don't believe in taking things that don't belong to me. I don't believe in ripping my country off. Those are not things I believe in. I went to school to learn to do better. Even the white man can't fool me because I know better. I sit with white people, I see deception. When I see it, I wash my hand off it and leave. Ask anybody who know Rodney Chesson. I suffer because I don't like deceitfulness. I suffer because I don't like lies. I suffer because I don't like injustice. And my people don't see what I see. They don't see Rodney Chesson. They don't see that I don't follow people. They don't see that all the mess Benana, you and all the people doing like people are not part of it. I could be rich. I could be there with Benana, you there, ripping my country off and deceiving my people. But I'm not Rodney Chesson. That's not what I believe in. I'm not a follower. I'm a damn leader. And my people got to understand that. Look at my history. Look at my record. I don't follow people. I believe in what is right. I don't do things for money. I've been to school, I learned. It's hard. To achieve things is hard. Nothing is easy under the sun. When you see people being corrupt and deceitful, they're trying to find the easy way, and it can't work for my people. And that's why I want Liberian people to understand the path of the struggle is not easy. It's not easy. The path of the struggle is not to submit. It's not to submit when we know right from wrong. It's not to submit to wrong, to compromise. No. And this is why we can't rise. When we don't learn these small things in life, when we don't learn these small steps about humanity and what makes people, and what makes other people respect us for who we are, we lose the sense of greatness. We lose the sense of our morality, of our God, the power of our God. We lose all those and we submit ourselves to other people's beliefs and their ideals of what we should be. And I can't be that. I'm independent. And if you're ready to follow Rodney Chesson instead of me, I don't follow nobody. I don't hit nobody. I will not hurt you or do anything because I want to impose my will on you. I'm a person of free will. Just like Jesus Christ gave me free will, I give other people free will. I don't want to impose nothing on you. I want you to see the realization of the fact that if we don't come together, despite all our problems, if we don't trust somebody and say we trust this man, like we trust that Tottenham, and Tottenham misled us, We trusted Tubman. Tubman betrayed us. He betrayed us in the sense that he didn't make us strong. He made us weak. And that's why people like Musa Belete can bribe our society, can disturb and disrupt our political system with money. Elite companies, they can bribe people. Then in our year, they can do all kind of stupid things. Because Tubman didn't build men in us. And that's what I see. And to be a leader of Liberia, I want men. I want women. I don't want people who will be subservient to me. I don't want family members who will want to stick to the old system of doing things. No. I'm not that kind of way. We got to be transparent. From the family, we got to start with family. We got to be transparent in the family and build the family on openness, transparency, trust. When we build our family up again, then we can start building our Liberia. But right now, our families are screwed. Our morals that make us Liberians are screwed. And until we put these morals together, we can't build Liberia. Until we put these virtues that make us Liberians together, we cannot lead our nation. And it hurts me when I keep telling my people the same thing over and over, and I've stopped. I don't go around family. You will never find me in a family meeting no more. I ain't going around it because it ain't working. Family people want to laugh and talk and joke and socialize and don't realize that our families and country are screwed. We think it's a joke. We think it's a joke. And we still don't see that we're screwed. Maybe we're waiting for another civil war. Maybe we're waiting for another coup d'etat. It's coming. It's inevitable. Look at all through Africa. People talking about how the coup d'etat are coming back because the African Union has let Africa down. ECOWAS has let Africa down. The countries that were supposed to come back and build up Africa have come back with nothing but deceitful, useless, Western educated bitches. When I say it, people get mad. But we just got to get down to the nitty-gritty and say things that they are. And don't whitewash things. Don't make it flowery. Let's say at the end so we can attack the issues of our problems. Or they will persist. The deceitfulness, the lies, the betrayal, the failures are too much. Let's get into my lesson. Today's topic. Liberia and Liberians are hostages to political and war criminals. 2, in the cause of the people. This is what all this shit is about. In the cause of the people. And number 3, remove these Liberians for peace sake. I will name certain Liberians that we must get rid of out of our society for Liberia to change and survive. 2 of them behind me on my board, and I will name the rest. But let's start my lesson. Let me take a break, take a sip of my coffee, and we'll start my lesson. I got 30 minutes. From 1980 to today, these are the people that have been ruling Liberia. From 1980 to today, these people's ideals of leadership and building Liberia are the trend of Liberia and Liberian people to this very day. These people are the people who are still leading Liberia today after 40 years of war, interim governments, overthrows, massive murderers, diseases. These people are still leading Liberia after 40 years. What hope is there for our country? We are hostages to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Amos Sawyer, Marcus Matthew, Wema Famule, Tubana Tipote, Wema Cooney, and Wema Anthony Casserly, Emmanuel Wetty, and all of Turbo traitors and progressives. We are hostages to these people. After 40 years, these people are the same people over us today and want to decide our fate. And look at the way how to destroy our country. We from East Africa on Amos Sawyer and his plea for Liberian people to support Joseph Boakai. Read it. He talking about how they removed Joseph Boakai from the Liberian Refining Company as manager director, not because he did something wrong, not because he stole, not because he was depleting Liberia's resources, no, but because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's son had an interest in oil, and she was powerful, so she forced them to remove Joseph Boakai to replace him with somebody that would give her son access to Liberia's oil. We've been under this for 40 years. If Ellen Johnson Sirleaf could do that to our oil company, what damage has this woman done to our country? And these are the people still over us. And Amos Sawyer is one of the most powerful men in our country too. And he's just retiring on this speech this week. These are the people leading us. And you tell me a military coup is not necessary to remove these people? Ellen Johnson children or our country? Amos Sawyer, this demagogue and traitor. When I knew Amos Sawyer was a traitor was when he came to Cotton University College after the coup. This dummy been trying to clear his mess he did to Liberia in 1980. They're trying to clear themselves, but they can't clear themselves. They got to pay for it. They got to pay for it. Because what they did to us, that's inhumanity. But it's just that my people are gullible. The masses of Liberian people are young and stupid and blind. It's not intended to be a fun. No pun intended. It's not intended to be funny. It's not intended to be degrading. It's not intended to be nothing. It's a pure damn fact. Everything I tell you is a fact. I don't hate my people. I don't wish anything against you. But everything I tell you is the fact. I just tell you it as I see it. Because there's no other way to tell you it, or I will be deceiving you than the rest of the people. So I just tell you it as I see it. We've been deceived, misled, misguided, betrayed, bamboozled by these people to get rich and enrich their children. And today, Amos Sawyer admitted that a powerful woman had Boakai removed because her son had interest in oil. And this man can come and tell us this kind of thing. I listened to Dualu talking the same thing. He said these people walk around like they own Liberia, they can tell us any kind of shit and we accept it. How can Amos Sawyer tell us, come on and tell us to support Boakai, that Boakai didn't steal, Boakai didn't do nothing wrong? It was just a powerful woman told us to move him, to put her son there. So what? We did it. Let's move on. And that was just what Duala said on across Africa with Lofa Julius. This is just what he said, and this is the kind of attitude that pisses people off, who suffer because of these people's evil, who suffer because these people played with our laws and misled our society and their children. Now we got nothing but little gullible people in Liberia, little gullible children, praising Amos Sawyer and Ellen Johnson Sally for the destruction they have brought to our country. And the children don't even know we are hostages. Why you think we can't develop? If Ellen Johnson Sally can tell Amos Sawyer to move Boca for her son to take over our oil company, and she's president of Liberia, what would she do to keep the mess that she has done to us silent? What? That's why these people are detrimental to the progress and advancement of modern Liberia. These people from 1980 to today have robbed our country so bad, have caused us to suffer so bad. And that's why I want to cuss and cuss. Y'all don't blame me. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I carried these people burden for 40 years. I carry these people burden. I'm in a foreign country. I'm suffering here. Why? Because I'm a man who stands on principles. And these people in this country don't like black people or black men who stand for principles. They try to punish me too. They try to ostracize me. And my people still don't see the light. That's why I make all my videos, so I can have something to say. Chesson told them. Chesson told them. And this Amos Sawyer come to Cotton University College. I was telling you, he came there to try to change his mistake, try to tell us that when he was mayor of Liberia under Talbot, he was immature. He didn't know the political system was so shaky. That's why he fought against Talbot. I said, Amos Sawyer, you did that shit. You were still a professor at the University of Liberia under Talbot. This man had a PhD. You in our political system a doctor. I'm a college student. I knew my country had problems. You a PhD, want to take over the politics of our country, leading the student in the University of Liberia. Then you tell us you didn't know that the situation was so bad in our country when you were attacking Talbot, and you know Talbot wasn't that guilty. Talbot was doing his best to make changes. And now you're not screwing the whole damn country up. You took over from Talbot. You can't control the people. You can't lead the nation. The people don't trust us. This is where the distrust comes from in our country. This is why we don't trust each other. Because Amos Sawyer and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf destroyed our country when we trusted them. Now they have fucked our country up so badly, our people can't trust each other. There's no trust. Dawa is another deceitful man. Alex Comey is a deceitful man. Joe Boca deceitful. We have nothing but deceitful people in our country. And this is where we are. We are hostages to deceitful people. We are hostages to deceitful people. We are hostages to talk about progressives and traitors. These people got to leave our society for us to live. That's my first lesson. Let me move on to my second lesson. Let me take a break. The struggle continues. This is what inspired Liberian people. This was a slogan that one used to, that we begin to hear during our time that motivated us and drove us crazy. In the cause of the people, the struggle continues. Cause of the people, the struggle. Oh man, it was a slogan of the time, man. And Bacchus Mafia then used it to destabilize our country, to betray our people, to deceive our masses. Why? They show us that the opportunity was there to overthrow this government, to disobey our government, civil disobedience. Being civil disobedient, disobey our government, take trouble and go to hell. The time of the people. Revolution. Because our Todd was doing. Todd wanted to educate our people. He took them, he sent them to Czechoslovakia, Romania, Russia, China, to get educated, to make us an enlightened society. He knew they were going to kill him. Because you can't enlighten the society and keep the old order. And there were people in the old order that didn't want to change. They wanted Tottenham style to stay, so they and their family could keep enjoying. And Tobo had mixed feelings too. Tobo didn't know whether he wanted to really change the country or how much freedom he wanted to give us. And that was his problem. You can't open the people's eyes and try to keep some of the power back. No, you can't do that. And that way he tried to do, he tried to listen to himself, to change and listen to the old order and himself again. Because he was part of the old order. Do I give up all this freedom? How much of the education do I give my people? Education is power. Education is power. Dualo said it. That's politics. If you want to keep the country backward, do not educate the people. Keep the people poor and blind. Keep education down. Let the Zokos be the teachers. Don't bring new people. Because then the old order will stay the same. Then the people will go to every snow every morning for a cup of rice. That's what they say he's been doing for years. He will wake up, people standing there, get order them 1 cup of rice. Then they clapping for him. Edwin Snow is the man. Then they voting for him. We can't continue to go do that. When you don't educate the people, when you keep the people poor and suffering and blind, that kind of leadership is not good for our people. That was Tottenham leadership. Control education. Control the society and enrichment of people. Who will get rich, who will not get rich. Who will rise, who will not rise. The other people, you suppress them. The ones you like, let them leave. The ones you don't like, suppress them. Our society can't go on like this. Look, we got people in our society offering to do things for the community. Samson too, he talked about it. How he called the people in his county grand jury and said the roads are bad. I'm an engineer. I know how to fix it. I got a strategy. You just give me the equipment and let's do it. They say, oh yeah, we got the equipment. Then they start calling him. Why? Because if one Liberian can help fix the roads, where we getting all these Liberians and money for to do what? So the corruption is there. If one Liberian can come with his knowledge and change the state that we have been used to for so many years. What can 10 other Liberians again do? We displace all the people that are in Liberia right now. We show Liberians that there's a better way of leadership. So they're scared. They say, why will you bring these guys from America to come show a simple way to do things better when we're getting all this money and telling our people the job's so hard and difficult? We need foreigners. We need this money. This is what killing our country in the cost of the people. In the cost of the people. So this is where I stand. I'm a political scientist. I'm not a politician. I don't deal with political mess that's going on in my country right now. I'm sitting there looking at it, trying to evaluate it, trying to make sense out of why my people behaving like that. And my people know. Because they're coming up, they're calling on the major players in our country who are the troublemakers. Because they got track records. You can look back and say these people have been in our politics for years. And these are the same people doing the same thing. We are putting old wine in new bottles. And some people are getting the taste of them. And see that all of this thing going on with these people like Emma Sawyer, it's not in the cause of the people. It's in their cause. And it's betrayal to us. And the time for the people is here. But we must unite around a leader who can lead us to better pastures. We must unite around a leader or leaders who can open our eyes, who can set us right by their education, by what they learn and have experience to work in our best interests. In the cause of the people, we must renew our country by renewing our own ideals of who we are and where we want to be. As I said, I'm sorry if I will offend you, but I don't know how to lie to my people. I don't know how to be held back by deceitful people. I don't know how to be forced to join other people or be pushed into something. And besides that, I refuse it. I'm a soldier. You try that shit with me, we're going to battle. And this is what Liberian people don't like. They don't like a Liberian who will tell them it's wrong. I'm not following y'all. And we will do the right thing. Because I will teach in the cause of the people. Aluta! Continue. Let me take a break and I'll do my final topic. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Emma Sawyer, people that Anthony Cassidy, Emmanuel Wetty, Wilma Cooney, Turbo Progressives, all of them wherever they are. Anybody that spew talk about Liberians not being given the opportunity to be presidents or leader of our country, whether the Congo or country, those are turbo progressives. That are their ideas. Those people are not good for our country. We must identify these people and ostracize them. Our country needs to be overhauled. Prince Johnson, all these people from the war got to go. They gotta go. They're not bringing us anything better. Even people talk about Joe Walker. Right now, I'm so skeptical about Joe Walker myself, man. Because many of the things people see about Joe Walker leadership is true. Now they say he's coming to America this week. He'll be traveling all over. You know, I want immature people taking over my country. I like Casa. I like what he stands for. But sometimes I think he needs to be reeled in and brought under control too. Because the leadership of our country needs people who can evaluate things on all levels, not on what they say. That's why we need people with experiences from Tokmata, not what they hear, but people who lived during that time. But people who have not served in this corrupt era of leadership in Liberia. People who come with a different sense. People like me, let me be fact. People like me who believe in patriotism, loyalty, justice, truth, equality, punishment of criminals. People who believe in those things. Ella Cummings don't believe in it. If Ella Cummings believed in it, he wouldn't have been sitting under Ellen Johnson selling all the years as her children ripped our country off. And that woman, evil woman, ruled our country with nepotism. At least he would have said something. At least he would have said, no, it's not right, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But Ella Cummings did not say a word to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He accepted a position from her to help her government. You can't do those kind of things. Even in my heart, I like Joe Walker. But there are some things Joe Walker did that got him looking weak. And I'm scared and worried. Because he been sitting down there whole while silent instead of taking the leadership. How long will Joe Walker keep silent? Now he coming to America to talk to America. What you say to us, you can't say to people in Liberia. Since this incident, since he had taken over, he has not said one word. We want leaders. We want somebody to take this mess under control, reel it in, and make some sense of it. So what are you coming to America to do? To plead to the other useless people here in America who lost even as worse as the people in Liberia? Listen to the people in America here talking. The confusion starts from here too. It permeates all over the Liberian society, wherever we are. And if we don't check ourselves, we will wreck ourselves. So people gotta be removed from our society. We got to take the stance to evaluate our society and tell some of these people they did wrong. And they got to step aside and be punished. Some of them got to be punished. They can't just come and say things. Listen to what Amos Sawyer said, man. Yes, we removed Boca because a woman who was powerful wanted her son to be there. Then you come and tell us this kind of thing. These are the same people ruling us today. Then the same Boca they remove from the same old corrupt useless system. The one he come to plead to put Boca back. Then he expect us to trust him. Amos Sawyer. Same thing with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Benana Ure, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. All these people got to be removed from our society. Benana Ure, my cousin. I will not work for Benana Ure. I told you that. When I went to Liberia, I didn't even want to go to Benana Ure because he and Charles Taylor had stolen our money. But it was one of my other cousins, Ben Garner, who said, oh, Rodney, let's go see Ben. Let's go see Ben. I said, okay, let's go see him. We go see this man here. He talking bullshit, telling me I'm foolish. I look at Ben and I wanted to jail that fool right there. I wanted to beat him and jail him right there. That's my cousin. We went to school together. Ben and I stood up with all of us during the coup for what he did to my country, what he has done to my country since Charles Taylor, and they still do it to Liberia today. It's asinine. It's totally asinine. Benani Yue is at the back of all this thing. And his politics is cutting the politics. That's why I told you, as soon as Benani started that politics, I said, oh Lord, the bitches doing that college politics, fooling the immature Liberian children. You think if I were in Liberia, Benani would be doing this shit? If I were not pull him to the side, we'd be fighting. I know they would try to kill me. I know. Because I will not tolerate this shit. And people who know Rodney Chesson, call them in Liberia and ask them about Rodney Chesson. They will tell you straight, Rodney Chesson will not follow these people. They will ask you, Rodney Chesson will follow these people? No. Because I'd rather suffer than to do injustice. I'd rather suffer than to serve people who don't care about law, order, and the truth. I don't serve people who just think I will serve you because of money and power. No, I have principles. I have beliefs. I have standards. That's what I went to school for. I'm a lawyer, not to kiss other people's asses, but to stand on principles and protect and defend other people who need my help in my country to see it go right and straight. I'm a lawyer because people sacrifice for me too. Many people helped me to be where I am today. I have many mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters that I got to attend to. Many people are old. One of them, I just saw Henrietta Coney, their niece. I just wrote her a few times. I said, are you Henrietta Coney's niece? Henrietta Coney was one of my benefactors. There were many things I couldn't do for her and her family I can do probably in the future. But I haven't forgotten. And those are the kind of people who owe. Those are the kind of people who look back and say, yes, I remember the person they told me. And when they do that for me, they do it for me to make Liberia better. Not for me to keep Liberia the same way. All those people that helped me, that gave me food while I was hungry, you see, it hurts me. Because when I talk about the kind of thing, tears come to my eyes. And I remember the days I used to be walking and never thought that people care. And somebody would call me and say, Chesson, he has food. He has money. I didn't even know those people. That's why when I speak for those people. I speak for the children. I speak to make Liberia better. Because they did it for me and they didn't have to. The time of the Liberian people is now. We must get rid of these people. We must straighten up my country. We must free ourselves of these evil people. I owe 2 million people. Plenty people help me. Many of them are dead. I can't help them back. But I can make Liberia better. I can make my country better. And I will not join you. You will not push me into shit. I will not stand with you evil bitches. I will stand for those people that stood for me. They were Basso, Crew, Mano, Gio, Kisi, Bandi. They were Liberian people. Many of them couldn't speak English. But they said, Chesson, will protect you. And they protected me. And I will stand up for those people because they stood up for me. Aluta! Continue. Have a good day. My class is over.